A very good morning and warm welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us today to commemorate the listing of Nintec Systems Limited on the BSE at this special opening bell ceremony. I would like to begin with a short introduction of Nintec Systems Limited. Nintec Systems Limited was incorporated on August 4, 2015 with the Registrar of Companies, Gujarat, as a public limited company under the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. Promoted by Mr. Neeraj Kemal and Mr. Indrajit A. Mitra, Nintec Systems Limited is a provider of software development services and solutions. It specializes in providing offshore software product development, software migration, multimedia design and development, application development and maintenance, web designing, digitization of engineering drawings, and search engine optimization. Its customer base includes companies from diverse industries verticals like automotive, print media and publishing, banking, financial services and insurance, transportation and logistics, etc. And the primary objective of the company is to bring the strategic differential advantage of offshore software outsourcing to the doorstep of our customers globally. And today, as Nintec Systems Limited celebrates being a publicly listed company on the BSE, it is truly a historic moment for the company. And it is now my privilege to invite our esteemed guests to join me on the dais and welcome them with floral bouquets. Requesting first the presence of Mr. Neeraj Kemawat, Managing Director, Nintec Systems Limited. Inviting next, Mr. Indrajit A. Mitra, Director, Nintec Systems Limited. Inviting next, Mr. Vipin Moharir, Director, Nintec Systems Limited. From BSE, I invite Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO, BSE Limited. Next, we have Mr. Ajay Thakur, Head SME Segment, BSE Limited. Inviting next, Mr. Kemal Qatari, Director, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited. And lastly, we have Mr. Manish Bansal, Director, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please give our dignitaries a big round of applause and a warm welcome. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the most awaited moment of this event. I request our dignitaries to kindly proceed towards the gong for the special opening bell ceremony. It's a historic moment for the company, and I request all of you to join me when we are 10 seconds away from the bell ringing ceremony, requesting all of you to join me with the countdown. Do join me, ladies and gentlemen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Congratulations, Nintec Systems Limited, for this special opening bell ceremony and for now being live on the BSc. Now, as the tradition at BSc goes, let us begin the event by invoking hope and prosperity in the lighting of the lamp. I invite all our distinguished guests to kindly proceed towards the lamp for the traditional lamp lighting ceremony. May I request our dignitaries to proceed towards the lamp? Thank you, everyone. And now, I now invite Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO, BSc Limited, to kindly come and address the gathering. Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to welcome Mr. Niraj Kemawat, the founder and promoter, Nintec Systems Limited. Mr. Indrajit Mitra, founder and promoter, Nintec Systems. Representatives of merchant bankers, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It's a pleasure to welcome Nintec Systems listing ceremony, which all of you witnessed. SMEs have been recognized globally as important contributors to economic growth, and Nintec is one of the pioneers in the IT services in India. The Bombay Stock Exchange, which was set up as the first stock exchange in Asia, has 140 years of history of wealth creation, and Nintec is our newest member in the family. So thank you very much and welcome to the family. I'm happy to inform that BSc SME platform has received global recognition in studies done by IOSCO, which is the regulatory body, and the World Federation of Exchanges. The recent report by WFE on SME exchanges has discussed the success of BSc SME platform in great detail. It has 134 companies listed as on date with a market capitalization of 6,801 crore, because many companies have already gone to the main board. Almost 16 companies have gone to the main board. We hope to continue with more and more such success stories. Nintec IPO was opened on March 29, 2016 with fixed price public issue of 18,80,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, totaling to 1.88 crores. It was oversubscribed by 1.77 times, and retail category was oversubscribed 2.2 times, non-retail by 1.39 times. So this is one of the best performance in terms of the issue subscription in SME IPOs till date. Our best wishes to the founder, promoters of Nintec, and to entire team who have strived with unrelenting efforts in putting together this dream. We wish all the success and hope that you keep on working for the investors who have now joined your family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chauhan. Inviting now Mr. Ajay Thakur, Head SME Segment, BSE Limited.
Respected Sri Neeraj ji, Injit ji, Bipin ji, Kamal ji, Manish ji, distinguished guests, very good morning to all of you. And we welcome Nintec on BSE SME platform. In fact, this is 135th company to get listed on BSE SME platform. It was a very good interaction with Neeraj ji. The first interaction was obviously he was not ready and quite sure whether he should go for listing on BSE SME platform or not. I still remember around 2 months back we have met, 2.5 months back. And we have around 1 hour interaction with each other. And by the end of that conversation, at least he was 60% convinced that, okay, he may go. Then we have got 2 rounds of more meetings. And after that, he got convinced and thought of getting his company listed. And within a very short span of time, I think they have took 1.5 months to file their prospectus and get listed on BSE SME platform. Very good support from all the officers of Nintec and very well done by or executed by, I can say, by the Guinness team. I think going forward, Nintec will create a good wealth for all its stakeholders and be a very good company. And of course, their responsibility for the investors and regulators have grown manifold. And going forward, I think this company will become a very good company on BSE SME platform and become the examples for a lot of IT companies. With this, I wish him all the best on this BSE SME platform. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Thakur. Inviting now Mr. Manish Bansal, Director, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited, to kindly address the gathering.
Ashish Chauhan, sir, MD and CEO, BSE. Mr. Ajay Thakur, BSE SME Head, Neeraj ji, Injit ji, and Vipin ji from company, and my senior colleague, Kemal Qatari ji on the dais, and distinguished guests. Good morning. I will spend just 2 minutes on the journey of this company's listing on the stock exchange. As Ajay ji stated, this all started almost 2 months back. And so essentially, totally, you can say put around 60 days, from the initiation to the closure. I would state that the BSE has been the guiding force, hand-holding, guiding, supporting at each juncture, wherever the team at the Guinness was kind of needed that support. All the supporting partners in the entire IPO process, their efforts are really laudable. I must also state that the company's people work tirelessly, absolutely working day in and day night on this particular subject, helping us with the relevant documentation. And the last, I must state, Alka and her team, absolutely, working absolutely breathlessly on this subject to make sure that the listing happens in the net 45 days time. So it's one of the fastest listings we have ever done. And as I was talking to Ajay ji also, he also stated that this is one of the most seamlessly executed listing transaction done on the SME platform. So I really appreciate the efforts of the entire team of Guinness, Stock Exchange, all intermediaries and company, because we all worked as the partner to make sure that this particular transaction gets executed in a seamless manner. So I wish all the best for the Nintec. I really believe that for all stakeholders, they will create enormous wealth in the time to come and take full advantage of this listing platform. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bansal. And now to hear it from the horse's mouth, I would like to invite Mr. Neeraj Gimawat, Managing Director, Nintec Systems Limited, to kindly come and share more about this journey.
Thank you very much. Today is a very special day. The journey for us started good 18 years back when we were out of our colleges and freshly starting our business and thinking about our dreams. Mom is here. For the first time, she never ever joins us in any commercial activity. So thank you, Mommy, for being here. Ashish, thank you very much for spending time with us. Thank you very much, Ajay for guiding us, hand-holding us, and taking us through the entire journey. Kamalji, great support by you. I mean, the team, I definitely we would have never made this happen if Kamalji, his team, Alka sitting there, Mohit, I don't know if he's around, and my team, hats off to Bharat, to Mukesh, to the kind of support. This is what Gateway, the core business which we started 18 years back, is all about. We've grown today to good 1,500 people team size, and there was a time when we sat back last year and said, hey, the world is changing, the technology space is changing, and the paradigms of how you do business changes. Keeping these perspectives in mind, we told ourselves that, okay, it's time to move into the next gear. There was counseling guidance given by the MSME team, by JG and team. We decided to get the MSME listing done. This is a very important moment for us. What Nintec Systems will do in times to come will primarily focus on a lot of next generation technology, future technologies, and build platform from where it stands at this point of time into some very dynamic, challenging, emerging markets. So the idea is not to do traditional technology and software work. We hope to build this company for the next 100 years and pass it on to next generations. So there is nothing short-term about what we do at this point of time. And Nintec Systems was identified as a platform where we said that all that we have learned over the last 18 years of building one of the most happening technology businesses globally, we put the best practices, the best learning into this business, created a platform, and we grow from here. So watch us closely and see us in times to come what happens. Once again, thank you very much, everyone, for spending time. I have Pankaj Bhai here, who was a key motivation for us to be in this business. I told him we're getting listed. He was unwell in the morning, but he came. So thank you very much for being here, Pankaj Bhai. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gimawat. And in the same flow, I would also like to invite Mr. Vipin Moharir, Director, Nintec Systems Limited, to say a few words.
Respected dignitaries on the dais over here, friends, colleagues, and all the invited guests, once again, thank you very much for being here. It is truly a momentous occasion for myself, Neeraj, and Inder. Our journeys started a couple of years back, and we always had the BSc on our radar. So today we are here, and I'm extremely proud to be standing here and actually acknowledging this occasion. It would not have happened without the support of our families. So I must thank my wife, who's here with me as well, and all my family who is not here and here as well, for all the tremendous support that they've given us to reach over here. And this is, in my opinion, just the beginning. Neeraj has already mentioned, we are an extremely young group of entrepreneurs with extremely high degree of ambitions. And that is, for us, actually, we are the doorstep of the next wealth creation for our shareholders. Digital disruption today globally is an enormous amount of work which is going to hit India and the Indian IT industry. If you look at the digital disruptions happening in the transport and logistics or the automotive sector, where we are extremely strong in areas of connected car technology, in the areas of ensuring that there is autonomous vehicle technology happening, or even in the areas of transport and logistics, where the entire logistics hubs are going to transform between India, Europe, Americas. Those are some of the things that we are currently doing, and very, very exciting areas in terms of cloud disruptions, and especially cloud diagnostics, which is the big data and the analytics part of it. So once again, this is just the beginning for us. I don't believe that Nintec Systems is here just to stay still. Enormous amount of wealth creation will happen in the coming years, and the entrepreneurs are in front of you. So once again, like Neeraj said, watch us closely, and we will deliver. Thank you very much.
Thank you. May I also invite Mr. Kemal Qatari, Director, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited, to say a few words.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored to have Sri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Ajay Kumar Thakur on this spacious occasion of listing ceremony of Nintec System Limited. I would like to congratulate the promoter of Nintec System Limited, Neeraj ji and Indrajit ji, and would like to wish them many more success in this capital market. Also, I would like to thank BSE team, all the intermediaries and Guinness team and Nintec's team to make this event success. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, to mark this proud occasion, I would like to invite Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO of BSE, to present mementos to all our dignitaries on the dais. Inviting first Mr. Neeraj Kemal, Managing Director, Nintec Systems Limited. Inviting next Mr. Indrajit A. Mitra, Director, Nintec Systems Limited. Mr. Vipin Moharir, Director, Nintec Systems Limited. Mr. Kemal Qatari, Director, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited. And lastly, we have Mr. Manish Bansal, Director, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited. In a reciprocal gesture, I invite Mr. Neeraj Kemal to present a memento to Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan. I now invite Mr. Vipin Moharir, Director, Nintec Systems Limited, to present a memento to Mr. Ajay Thakur. Inviting now Mr. Indrajit Mitra, Director, Nintec Systems Limited, to present a memento to Mr. Kemal Qatari, Director, Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited. Inviting Mr. Neeraj Kemawat to kindly present mementos to the following associates, without whom this momentous occasion wouldn't have been possible. Inviting first Mr. Ashok Shetty, Big Share Services Private Limited, Registrar to the issue. Inviting now Mr. Lalik Pathak from Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited for ICICI Bank. Requesting Mr. Indrajit A. Mitra to present the following mementos. Inviting Ms. Alka Mishra from Guinness Corporate Advisors Private Limited on behalf of Mishra & Mishra, legal advisor to the issue. Inviting now Mr. Sushil Behel, Raka Advertising and Marketing Private Limited, advertising agency to the issue. Requesting now Mr. Vipin Moharil, Director, Nintec Systems Limited, to present a memento to Mr. Suraj from Orient Press Limited, printer to the issue. Thank you, gentlemen. I now request Mr. Indrajit Mitra, Director, Nintec Systems Limited, to deliver the vote of thanks to our guest.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and the distinguished members sitting in the dais here. This was, from our side, also one of the smoothest events that was organized. We were a little apprehensive of the start, as usual. We were on time, and we hoped that this thing would be on time, and it was to the dot. So that's been a great start for us, I believe. Neeraj and Vipin have already set the mood for the way we wish to operate in this entire segment. So I would like to quickly thank the members sitting out here and my friends and colleague sitting out here. It's been a great experience so far. And I would like to give my vote of thanks to Neeraj, Vipin, my team, sitting out here, Bharat and Mukesh, have done a fantastic job so far. And our family being here has been a proud moment for us all out here. And especially Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Mr. Ajay Thakur, Mr. Qatari, Mr. Manish Bansal, thank you so much for being here and grace the occasion. With this, we close our interaction, and we hope that you can give us the blessings to move ahead and move forward. Thank you so much. Yeah.
With this, ladies and gentlemen, the event comes to an end. And I once again take this opportunity to thank all of you for making this event successful. We truly appreciate your presence and support. Do join us for refreshments hereafter and have a great day ahead. Thank you.